Hey there guys, it's Silver, your host, and we are back for another simple Digivolution guide, and in this one I'm going to show you how to get a Palmon from your starting Yuramon. Now, rookie level Digimon work somewhat differently to champion and ultimate level Digimon in terms of stat requirements in this game. You have to prioritize your Yuramon and then Tanamon's 3 specific stat requirements. Palmon has a requirement in MP, speed and brains, and Betamon has a requirement in health, MP and defense. So as long as out of all of the stats listed here you have the highest values in MP, speed and brains during training, you are guaranteed to get a Palmon. So, we're going to demonstrate that now so you can see it. We'll begin a bit of light training. As I said a moment ago, prioritize MP, speed and brains as your highest stats to get Palmon. So a bit of speed training. Make sure they are noticeably high enough as well. Like a good 10 points difference between the core stats and the ones you don't need. Speed is currently our highest of the offense, defense, speed and brains lines. So just to make sure we have a priority in speed, because we have some ties, we're going to have a good couple of rounds of training here. Good. And we should be digivolving very shortly into Tanamon. First of all, we'll give a portable potty to our Yuramon here. A good tip for training if you want to get discipline up, which is the lower bar of the 2 in the bottom right hand corner of the screen, scald, and you will notice that the discipline bar goes up. So we try again with the portable potty. Good. Now we also need to give a bit of food. Yes, we do. Give Yuramon a meat. Don't have to go with anything fancy here. And then just continue with a bit of light training. And we should have Tanamon in a matter of moments. So, speed, MP, brains. Let's get a bit more MP. Excellent, that's a really nice buff. And we're now going to Digivolve into Tanamon. The first step of our little guide for getting Palmon. Let's watch the Digivolution. Excellent. We are on the road to where we need to be. Now, a good little guide as well, a good little bit of guidance for those of you who aren't aware. To go from a baby Digimon to in-training, it's usually about 6 to 7 hours. And to go from an in-training Digimon here to a rookie is a full day. So we have a full day of game time to keep buffing these stats and making sure that they are where they need to be. So we'll go and put a bit more into our MP. Like so. Like I said, just make sure those core stats are the highest out of the bunch. We're also going to need to do a bit of training in brains. Like I said, alternate between the core stats. Good. Now we need to feed our Tanamon again. And I'll be back in a little while, once we've done a bit more training, and I will show you the way your stats should be distributed if you're doing this correctly. care mistakes and weights don't come in for rookie Digimon. Those are a thing for champions. So I'll be back in just a moment. Alright, we are back, and you can now see our Tanamon's stats look like this. They have been prioritized towards MP, speed and brains like I said. Those three are noticeably higher than the others. Therefore, we are pretty much guaranteed to get a Palmon with this kind of stat setup. But be sure, just as a point of reference, that you don't let any of these stats get above 100 while you're training your in-training Digimon. Because that can start to conflict the kind of champion Digimon you could get later on down the line. So if you're aiming for a specific Digimon, take it this far and then pause to get Palmon, and then honestly I'm going to say refer to some of my other guides to be able to find other Digimon that Palmon digivolves into. Another good thing to consider if your Digimon starts to get tired, represented by a sweat drop above the top of their head, is to either rest them at Punimon's house or Centaur Clinic. See those bars in the bottom right? The happiness and discipline? If you have a tired Digimon, those will start to degrade the longer they remain tired, which is not good for trying to get certain Digimon with very specific stat requirements later on. So maintaining as high a discipline and happiness as possible is usually a good thing. Rest the tiredness. Seems a bit tired, as you can see here. So rest if your Digimon starts saying that they need it. One last thing to consider for those of you who want to get Palmon as well. There is a requirement of between 10 to 20 weight in order for the Digivolution to trigger. So if you are below that and you have been feeding your Tanamon very sparsely, you can force feed them food in order to get the weight up. And even though it will lower the discipline slightly, it will not count as a care mistake. And this should be enough to get what we need. So, in a short moment, we will have our Palmon. Like so. There we have it. Palmon. Now, we should get a slight buff to each of our stats. See here, we're looking quite nice. A bit stronger than we were before. And if you found this guide useful, my awesome people, do feel welcome to check out the playlist I have of simple Digivolution guides if you want some pointers on how to get a fair few rookie and champion level Digimon. If you want to have some more guides or have some recommendations for future guides, do feel free to leave a like and sub. And a special thank you to our channel members and Patreon supporters at the time of this video. Mr. Jonathan, Reese Free, Jay, Kota Okami and Jacob the Dabbler. It's very much appreciated. There'll be more Digimon guides coming soon. And to those of you who've stopped in, you've all been super awesome and thank you very much for stopping in. And I will, of course, see you in the next one. So guys, I have been Silver, your host. Have a fantastic morning, afternoon or night, and I will see you again very soon. Take care, guys.